I'm a musician, but according to this law, I'm an internet provider.
Hi, I'm Yulia. Just wanted to give you a bit of a background on who we are and how we relate to Section 92A of the Copyright Act. I've had 2 #1 albums in New Zealand, 3 radio hits, and now I'm working towards a major market in the music business. And now I would like to introduce to you Glyn. Glyn is my manager.
Hi guys. Well, there's been a lot of dispute about the suggested amendments to the Copyright Act and Section 92A. When I first read the section, I was horrified at the legislation, both as an artist and a commercial participant. In respect of Yulia's career, of course she's had quite a bit of involvement with a major label, and much of that has been positive, of course, because she's achieved some very high achievements and some high turnover, which has benefited many of the commercial stakeholders. The key thing going forward is that we're trying to export Yulia into overseas markets and develop her career beyond New Zealand, and that's an expensive business. So we can appreciate that for a lot of the majors and record labels and industry participants that you need to make a lot of money just to pay for the expenses to develop artists at this level. We understand that. However, the legislation goes a little bit too far in our viewpoint. Now, just to frame that a little bit, we are members of RIANZ, that's the Record Industry Association of New Zealand. We are members of Independent Music New Zealand, which is IMNZ. We're members of the Screen Directors Guild of New Zealand and of APRA, the Australasian Performing Rights Association. And our memberships extend beyond this as well. We also have relationships with digital distribution and licensing companies worldwide, including iTunes, and we license our music directly in Hollywood with Music Supervisor. We've also expanded our methodology in terms of marketing to include Creative Commons licensing. So as musicians, as managers, as full-time music industry participants, we have obviously studied quite a lot of law as it applies to copyright, because that's the business that we work in. And we've looked at all of the different sort of ways that you can leverage law to do commerce. And some of the ways that you can do commerce are to give things away for free. Back when we had vinyl, for example, people did breach copyright, and they used an analog cassette tape to record their vinyl records so that they could keep the records at home and have this portable mechanism that they could take out in the car and play your cassettes in your Walkman when you were jogging, and in your car when you were driving. And so the cassette was a clear breach of copyright, but in fact what happened is when you had one of those cassettes, you would share it with a friend, another breach of copyright, and the friend would hear the music for the first time and think, well, I must go and buy an album. And so ironically, that breach of copyright created or instigated some sales of vinyl albums, because of course people wanted to own a much better quality recording. What's happened with MP3 sales, of course, is digital quality is very, very high, and people are able to copy and pirate MP3s and AVIs and all kinds of other wave files and all kinds of technology, and have reasonably good quality audio. But too little thought has happened too late in the piece around the process of file sharing and so on. So what's happened is that there's been no clear direction, no clear law, and technology has evolved too fast beyond our ability to exploit that commercially. And so it's not like a vinyl, where vinyl was around for a very, very long time, and then all of a sudden it changed to CD, then all of a sudden it changed to digital. What we've had, though, is the organisations that we're actually members of, RIANZ and APRA, went ahead without consulting with us. We're members, we're paid members. We didn't have any consultation whatsoever by these guys. And these are organisations that we respect and applaud for protecting our rights as artists. So when they went ahead and, without any consultation with us, decided to change the law and create it in such a way that it was potentially harmful to us and to our stakeholders, we thought, well, this is just not good enough. These guys have, they've got a difficult job trying to put this together, but you can't just go ahead and railroad the community and the industry and the stakeholders who are your audience into the kinds of laws they're suggesting here.
Hi, I'm Yulia.
And I'm Glyn.
We're not represented.